You know what it is I love about being Spider-Man? Everything.
Whoa! Peter, can I come in?
No! You can't come in. You can't come in.
For goodness sakes, let me in. What happened to your face? It's filthy.
You know, I was cleaning the chimney.
We have no chimney.
What?
Hello, Paris. Ça va?
Bonjour, bonsoir, bonjour, bonsoir.
When I was a kid and reading those comic books, that humor, that liveliness, that quippy, wisecracking superhero was what I loved as a kid and what I wanted to capture. And at the beginning of the movie, and what Jamie was really particularly good at was embracing that bombastic characterizations that you love from the comics, and that's what we wanted to do, and then gradually transition into a tone that had more gravity, that had more earnestness, and that was the trick this time around.
We have plans for you, Peter Parker.
Yo, Sparkles!
Max, one of the great things about the villains is you usually get to know them in a different context, and he was Spider-Man's greatest friend, of course, and you know, Jamie brought to life. I remember he walked out of the wardrobe one day and he had been transformed. You know what I mean? Into Max Dillon. And he always has, like Jamie, you know, you think of him as this Academy Award-winning actor who did Ray and has this great depth from Django. But then you forget, it's easy to forget that he was a stand-up comedian, brilliant stand-up comedian, did In Living Color for many years, where he had to generate character after character after character. And it's something interesting. You always had a visual component to the characters that you created.
I think having the visual for me helps. And coming from that camp of Jim Carrey and Keenan Ivory Wayans, the minute you put a costume on, immediately the voice, the walk, the everything comes. And then when we went to Electro, it was the same thing. Once they dipped us in the blue suit and gave us that menacing look, the characters just flowed through.
You know, originally in the Stan Lee version, Electro had this you know, green and yellow costume, and we made a reference to that in the cake that he pulls out. There's a little Easter egg when you guys see the movie. You can see a little hint at that, but. To have Jamie Foxx running around in a green and yellow costumes felt a little bit ridiculous to me.
Well, you know what? This is something that was running through my mind, and I want to know if you think this too. You know, like I said, in the Ultimate, you know, he's blue. But what's interesting about this movie is actually Electro is not Electro yet. He's not the supervillain yet. The suit that he has on is something that he got from somebody else to put on. He's just, I have no clothes, so I put this on, and that's just what I'm in right now. So that's the genesis. You never know what he'll look like when he comes back.
Reporting live from New York 1 Chopper, an Oscorp truck carrying plutonium has been hijacked. A police chase is in progress.
Oh, gotcha. Nope, got you too. Hey, yo, you're not going anywhere. Come here. Come to daddy. Okay, stop it. Oh, come on. Hey, wait, come back here. Heal. Gotcha.
Spider-Man, specifically in the superhero universe, I think he's a kid, and it's the Peter Parker behind the mask that makes him the most relatable superhero there is. I mean, he's imperfect and stumbling through life and never quite knows how to put everything together. But once he puts on that mask, that symbol, he becomes much more powerful, and he always kind of seems to be making the right decisions. But there's that teenager underneath it. There's that wisecracking, irreverent punk rock superhero, which we all love, and he's different in attitude than any of the superheroes there are.
I think Spider-Man is such an iconic character. Like me growing up as a kid, and she's from Texas, so you may remember this. There was a TV show called Electric Company, which was like, yeah, like Sesame Street, only it was Morgan Freeman would teach you how to spell. Morgan Freeman was a Morgan Freeman with 7 deadly sins. Anyway, but he was on the show, and in between that educational part, they would show Spider-Man clips. Now, this was the first time you would see Spider-Man not animated. He was an actual, person. So that was like my first, like experience with a superhero. We'd go out and try to shoot our webs outside, it's crazy. Now, when you look back at the show, it wasn't as advanced as I thought it was back then, because it looked like the web was in. Now you can see somebody off to the side with a bag of ropes and, throwing it in the hole. But that was such an iconic time. And so now when you look at what he is today, to me, like I was telling him before we got in, it's just a whole lot of fun to come see this guy get it on and fight 3 different villains.
Okay, I gotta go.
I'm coming with you.
Come on, it's too dangerous. Sorry, I love you. Don't hate me. Peter!